All right, and we are live once again after a long layoff from April. Beatrice out on her adventures, acting and traveling to. Oh, well, you'll tell everybody where you traveled to. You've been just everywhere, had an amazing adventure, and now we're back doing DK and the Bee's Horror Buzz with a special guest tonight.
With our special guest, should we bring him on up right now?
I will bring him up now, Mr. Matt Burns, a man of has his hands in many things. Carolina Fear Fest, an indie movie guy who's actually got a movie coming out that's involving my lovely co-host over here, Miss Beatrice Bupley, Little Red Rosie. So we got a lot to talk about with Matt. Welcome to the show.
Hey guys, great to be here. It's fun to be here for the first time. Yeah, it's great. It's great to, like I said, great to be on. Thank you all for having me.
Awesome. Matt, do you like the little scrolling thing at the bottom? Can you see that?
Yeah, I can. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's really cool. Thanks, guys. Like I said, it's really, like I said, I just, it's funny. Like I'm always like, why do people even want to talk to me? I don't understand. But I'm glad to. But I'm really happy to be here. Thanks.
We're happy to have you. We're happy to have you. Well, so first we just want to say hello to everybody because it has been a while. We were off for quite a bit. We can take a look at the comments and everything. I don't know if you can see them, Matt, just in case anyone.
I see him down on the corner. I was gonna say I see him down on the corner here. Guys said you missed the unboxing. We just started, dude.
Oh, he's asking. I got a few masks from Daniel, and I was just gonna write it down. Daniel does some amazing work. Does some amazing.
Oh, cool.
Myers masks, rehauls, sculpting. He does a little bit of everything. I have a few things. And I was going to do it the other night, but he was sleeping. There's a last-minute live stream. But since I got a few live streams during the week with Beatrice today and Brett yesterday, this weekend, Daniel, I'll be unboxing.
Oh, that's right. You have to put up with Brett Wagner, too. I'm so sorry.
Wag. Wagging it real. Yeah, he'll be at a little event there.
He will be. He'll be at Fear Fest. Yeah, we'll all be hanging out. Yes, we'll be hanging out at Fear Fest. Yeah, Brett's a great guy. I've known him for over a year now. Can't wait to finally meet him in person. He likes to call me randomly. It's funny. Like I'll be at work and I'm like, Brett, I can't talk. I'm at work.
Yeah, Brett's one of the nicest guys.
Oh, he is. He's a wonderful human being. Wonderful human being. He is.
Can't ask for a nicer guy.
Keep your face close because your voice gets quiet every time you.
Okay, so keep the face close. You said.
Well, John, Matt, you sound good.
Oh, I got the.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say my voice. Nobody ever has a problem hearing me. Usually, I have a pretty booming voice. So yeah.
What's that noise over there? That's Swag and Matt talking over at Carolina.
Yeah, probably. It's going to be. We'll be lighting up Fear Fest with our titillating conversations.
No, you guys will have a lot of fun.
Anyone wants to know if that's Playboy there in the corner. What is that with the Playboy there?
That's actually one of your co-actors on Little Red Rosie. It's Lisa Neal. Her name is Lisa Neal. That's her on the cover of she was a Playboy cover model once upon a time, and she's now she's in Ohio and she does a lot of indie horror now. So she's actually going to be in the movie. She's actually going to be in Little Red Rosie as well. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And actually, right next to her, you can kind of see her a little bit as Monique Dupree from Trauma, and she's done a lot of great stuff on the East Coast as well.
Yeah, I met cool. She was with one of her wrestlers, I think, at Brooklyn HorrorCon. She was sitting next to me. We had a nice long chat.
She's awesome. She's such a sweet person. Very, very, very awesome person. I've worked with her several times. She's awesome. Like seriously, you couldn't say enough nice things about her.
Yeah, and then Nancy, of course, Nancy Ritter, one of the bathroom girls from Scream. She and I. We've never met, and so we're so looking forward to doing both your show and your film. That we actually get to meet, and it's so cool that you put a scene together. Nancy's great. She's really cool. Yeah, no, it's going to be great. Like a lot of people are going to be. It's going to be like a big family reunion. I think for a lot of people at Main Street Comic Con. There's a lot of cool people going to be there, like you and Nancy Ann and Leonora, the other bathroom girls coming, and we got Monique. So we got some great people coming to that show. Also, Billy Redden, the kid from Deliverance, is going to be there. That should be a trip. Yeah. Does everyone hear the
the second you hear the word deliverance, does everyone?
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say he was definitely the big part of that for sure. I mean, he was. I mean, that kid was creepy. He was creepy looking. He was. I know people who still have nightmares about that movie because I'm from West Virginia, and we I was gonna say it's some of the areas in this area could be a little deliverancy, if you will.
Boy, oh boy.
Is this a movie or a documentary?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Good. Yeah, exactly. Oh,
So, for all our wonderful guests, I mean, our wonderful friends out there watching, we got Jeff, we got Daniel, we got Justin, we got Kamisha. Hi, Kamisha. Dave Van Houston, Antonio's there. And then I gotta tell you guys, a lot of you just say Facebook user. We've gone over this before. Can they see, John, that just says Facebook user for them when they comment? And Henry, hello, Henry. So if we don't see your name, when we do the hi Aaron, when we do the spin wheel, if you are the winner, well, you'll have to identify yourself.
right.
So Matt Burns, our guest Matt Burns, for those of you who don't know, as we say down here, he's a man of all trades, and seems to
Master of none.
but involved in the horror genre and filmmaking and independent filmmaking and shows in so many different ways. So how did you get your start? Like, when was your start in the whole horror realm, Matt?
Okay, I got an interesting story here for you guys. Actually, you guys are familiar with Ed Wood, right? The director, the Plan 9 from Outer Space, Glenn or Glenda. You know, the original cult filmmaker, you may as well say. Well, about 15 years ago, I was a young guy working at Food Lion at the time, and I had a button-up shirt on, and I actually unbuttoned it, and I had a Plan 9 shirt on underneath it. Well, this little old man comes up to me and starts talking to me about Ed Wood, and starts talking to me about, you know, these old sci-fi and horror movies, and I'm like, wow, this old guy knows a lot of stuff about these old movies. I'm like, does this guy need money for the bus? Why is he talking to me? I'm like 25, and he's like, it's 70, and I'm like, it didn't make a lot of sense. So I told him, I was like, well, sir, nice to meet you. You know, I was just getting off work. I was like, I'm getting ready to go home now. And he sticks out his hand. He says, nice to meet you, champ. My name's Conrad Brooks. Conrad Brooks lived in the next town over from me, and I'm like, no, you're not. I thought dude was nuts. I'm like, man, there's no way this dude is really Conrad Brooks. He's like, no, champ, come over to the car. I want to show you something. I'm like, oh my god, what have I done? Like, this is gonna be crazy. This dude's gonna like abduct me or something. And he pops his trunk open though, and I'll be dag if he didn't have all the DVDs and like stills of him and Bela Lugosi and Johnny Depp. I'm like, oh my god, you are Conrad Brooks. That is insane. I'm like, I've been a fan of yours. My dad's been a fan of yours for all these years, you know, because my dad got me into sci-fi and horror at a very young age. And we walked over to Waffle House, became friends, and I was in his first movie, and that was kind of what started it. I didn't really get into it seriously though till a few years later, but yeah, that was what started it all though.
Wow, what an intro! That's crazy, but it does. It's like the makings of a horror film itself. I mean, he's come on out, come out to my. You know. Exactly.
That's what I'm like. Am I gonna get abducted? Like I thought maybe he was like a mob boss, and I was gonna get like whacked or something. But he was a great guy. I miss him a lot. He introduced me to a lot of the people that I'm still friends with and still make movies with to this day, like Mark Byrne from Absurd Production Pictures. We've done a few movies together. He's really cool. And like I said, and Jack, I see your question there. You can go on IMDb. We have a casting list for Head on the Writer's Block, actually, if you want to check that out. We have 3 of the shorts, which 2 of the shorts are complete. Well, the one's still filming, and we've been making really good progress on that, actually. So thank you for your interest. We appreciate it.
Awesome. Yeah. What was I going to say? Oh. And then,
sorry, I didn't mean to answer questions while we were talking about. My bad.
No, exactly. No, you're supposed to be doing it. That's why I put it up there. So Matt, what was the very first horror film you saw, and how old were you?
Well, I can say this, I guess, now, but actually I snuck out to go to the bathroom while I was a little kid. I was like 5 or 6 years old, and my parents were watching Hellraiser. And, I mean, of course, I didn't know what it was. I was just a little kid or whatever, but I remember like that really, I was like, wow, this is interesting. And I'd never seen anything like that before, but of course I was standing there at silence because I didn't want my parents to see me, because I would have gotten in trouble for that one probably. But yeah, but the first horror movie that I really loved was Monster Squad. I mean, in the 80s when they used to come on HBO, I used to love it. My dad had a VCR when he taped it off the TV for me so I could watch it all the time. And he loved it too because it was like the Universal Monsters. But yeah, that was probably the first real, I mean, and I know Monster Squad's like a kid's horror, but still it was a great movie. It's still a great movie to this day. It's still one of my favorites.
Monster Squad, that is a great movie.
Oh my God,
movie.
dude, it's classic.
In it, Universal Mom loved it.
Oh, poor John. John's all wiggly woggly. John's in the outer limits.
I am.
That's making me sort of in and out. But Daniel Cruz just left. Is he on our?
Oh, hey, my buddy Jeff's here. Hey, Jeff, how you doing, buddy? I got Jeff into making these movies and stuff last year at 4 State Comic Con. He's been in a few movies. He's been a great guy. So, hey, Jeff, nice to see you, bud. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we got a lot of fun people on here.
You'll probably meet Jeff at Main Street, Beatrice. You'll probably meet him at Main Street, actually.
Okay, awesome. Oh, we're really looking forward to that. So I'm looking at this list of all these films you're involved with. So right now, what's going on right now? What are you got your hands in many pots?
I'm sorry. I was going to say, well, for right now, let's see. We got Head on the Writer's Block, and we've got Rosie that are in production. We've got a film just got released that I produced. It's actually a dark comedy. It's not horror, called One of One. That's also Mark Byrne, Absurd Production Pictures. I mentioned him earlier. We also got Go Away. I was a producer on that. The Slasher 15 crew. John knows them really well. They are great guys and make great films out of Virginia. Beatrice, I'm sure you'll get hooked up with them at some point. I hope, because they make really good films out of like down around like Richmond area or whatever. They're really good people, and like I said, yeah, Bloody Summer Camp did a wonderful job on that. I can't wait to see Go Away. And this Slasher Nurse movie has just gone phenomenal. They've raised like $50,000 for that. It's I mean, Dave and the guys, they do great work, and so more power to them. I'm glad that people are seeing how good stuff they're doing, and they're supporting them. So that's coming up soon. We got the Slasher Nurse. We got like I said, Little Rosie, of course, with you and Nancy. I can't wait for that. That's gonna be fantastic. I just released a low budget zombie movie called Zero. I think that's gonna be coming out on DVD, and it's kind of a zombie comedy movie, kind of like Shaun of the Dead, Zombieland type stuff. So it's gonna be a lot of that. That movie was a lot of fun to make. Wesley Spangler is the director of that, and I think he's working on a sequel right now, which is cool. So, but yeah, always something going on. It seems like always something.
And you're involved in lots of different ways, right? On some you're writer, some you're producer. Do you ever act too, or?
Oh yeah, I've acted in. I was gonna say I acted in Bloody Summer Camp. I was Skunk. I was the punk rock drug dealer that Felissa Rose threatened with a butcher knife. If you have the uncut version, the director's cut. I was gonna say I was gonna say Bigfoot, Remnants, Brazen Impact. I've done a lot. I like being in front of the camera, but I like being behind it. I like watching the magic unfold. It's always a lot of fun. And I never really intended to take this stuff too seriously. We all get together and have a good time, and I hope people enjoy what we make, and they seem to. So that's all that really matters. That we have fun and that people have fun watching it.
Okay. Oh, here, see Lois Grubb. Yeah, see. So, guys, for those of you, if you don't see your profile and it just says Facebook user, that's because you didn't do that little link thing.
Yeah, there's a link.
Don't they only have to do it once, Joe?
They should only have to do it once, but I don't know each show. But you have to give Facebook permission. You'll see on where the room's made, and you go all the way down. It'll say Facebook/StreamYard. You just got to click it once, and it gives you permission to show your name. It's just because StreamYard's a different platform than Facebook, so it needs the permission.
Do you know that link? Can you put it in the comments?
Let me see if I can grab it and copy it.
Yeah, well, he's doing that. He's going to post it in the see Facebook. There's a lot of Facebook users, so I can't tell if it's one or many. You guys are different people. Oops. 1 second here. Doing that.
And John, I don't know. You're a little.
Have I what?
Are you? Beatrice is a little echoey. Do you hear that?
It might be me. It might be me.
I was gonna say somebody's a little. I can't hardly hear her. I'm having trouble understanding.
Yeah,
I don't mean to bring this. I should have brought this up at the beginning, but
our mic's a little low.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Echo?
I'll do it. Is that better on the echo?
A little bit, but yeah, it's like she's like cutting in and out a little bit. I don't know if that's. I mean, I'm not sure if that's
me. Look, I
no, I hear you just fine. I can hear you just fine, John.
It's just me. Oh, that's
no, that's a little better. That's a little better right there. Yeah, must be something. I mean, could be me. The internet in my building sucks. So.
Okay, well, so Matt, I don't know if you've ever watched our show before, but we do have a couple segments that we do during the show.
No, I haven't. This is the first time I've seen it. Yes,
and you're in it.
Yay!
So one of the things we do, as the regulars know, is I tell a couple bad jokes.
Okay.
It's a show without a bad joke. Okay, are we ready? Hold on. Okay.
I don't know where the permission thing is anymore. Like, I'm not seeing it on my end, which is driving me nuts. I'm looking at a few different spots. Hold on a sec. Yeah, I'll find it.
While you're looking for it, I will tell our little jokes. Okay.
Yes.
Starting with, why did the egg hide? Why did the egg hide? Because it was a little chicken.
You come for the horse.
You can't see me, but I'm slapping my knee because I think it's so funny. I'm knee slapping. You can't see it, but
man almost fell over. Right? Yeah. Okay. Did you hear about the guy whose left side was cut off? He's all right now.
I missed the jokes. I missed my jokes.
Okay. And then my last silly one. All right. My wife told me to stop acting like a flamingo. So I had to put my foot down.
Can I tell one? I want to tell one. Can I tell a bad joke?
Oh, you do.
Okay. Why did the house go to the doctor?
Why?
Because it had window panes.
I gotta give you the laugh. Hold on. See, he didn't get the.
That's okay.
I was unfortunate. I'm trying to find the StreamYard link, and I can't walk and chew gum at the same time. So I missed your joke. I'll have to listen to it on the replay. But I'm sure it was. It had to be up there with Beatrice's jokes.
It was corny like hers. I think it was about on the same level, give or take.
The only kind of jokes that are allowed here.
Corny.
That's the Beatrice rule.
Is there everyone can still hear me?
Yes, I can. Yeah, I can tell you sound much better now. You sound actually a little bit better now.
I'm bringing my face close. So Matt, another thing that we do on the show is we have 3 mystery questions. You get to choose from 1, 2, or 3. I don't know. Oh, you want to win? Who said that?
Yeah, Tony wants to win. She's greedy like that. She already won the VHS box. She's been killing it.
Nice.
Yeah, she won to.
So Matt, these 3 questions, all you get to do is choose either number 1, 2, or 3. Go ahead.
Okay.
1, 2, or 3. Choose a
3.
number.
3.
Okay. All right. The question is right up there on the screen. If you had to change places with a famous person who is alive right now and had to live the rest of your life as that person with your soul, your mind, your memories, who would you be and why? I do hear them though.
That's a good one.
So who would you be?
So you want me to answer that? Is that question for me, or is that okay? Okay, questions for me. Okay, that's a good. That is a good question. Wow, that's what I was gonna say. That's I was gonna say that's okay. So if you have general friends, we're live right now, but they live with your mind, your memories. I don't know. I'd probably be like, let's see, who's an interesting person right now? I don't know. I mean, that's really hard. That's really hard to say.
When like a super rich person and then make them do good things.
Right. I was gonna say. Well, let's see. If I did it with a famous person, I probably change. I probably trade places with like somebody like I mean, I'm trying to think of some. I'm trying to think of like. This is a really good question. Damn.
Are you trying to decide whether you want to pick Beatrice or Brett? Who you'd rather? I know. I could.
Oh,
tell
so-
well, I mean, I
We'll
mean,
just
I was
take
gonna say
them off the table.
that'd be
You can't
interesting.
take either
That'd
one.
be interesting either way. Like I said, if I had to pick, I'd probably pick somebody like I'd probably pick somebody like I don't know, like Dave Bautista. I like the way he acts in roles. I think he's plus I've always wanted to I've always wanted to work out, and I never really have the motivation to, and he seems to have that motivation. So
all right. Okay, so Dave Bautista, very good.
Yeah.
Great. All right. So back to all your activities and stuff. So in addition to working on films, you obviously produce or work with or help with different shows, different festivals. Can you tell us about those?
Well, like I said, we got it. Well, next weekend is Carolina Fear Fest. That's the big one I do every year. Well, I mean, I don't do it. Of course, we have a huge team. I'm a co-manager, I guess, of that. We have a huge team that does that one. It's a big show out of Raleigh, North Carolina. It's about the 4th year we've done it, and this year it seems like it's picking up some traction. We got old Big Swag coming to that. We've got R.A. Mahaloff. We've had Jennifer Banco, all from the Texas Chainsaw franchise. Then we got Ray Santiago and Dana De Lorenzo from Ash vs. Evil Dead, Tara Reid, who's been in a number of things, Sharknado, a lot of good stuff. I mean, a lot of great people going to be at that or whatever. And it's a huge show. We even have it's so big they have a car show inside of it too. Actually, we have Christine, the Jeepers Creepers truck, and I believe that one was screen used as well. I mean, it's just going to be a great show. I mean, it's always a lot of fun every year. And I mean, we've become like one big family down there. And the ironic thing is that I have family down there, so I get to see them every year too, which is great. And yeah, we got like Main Street Comic Con coming next month, which is the big show with B and Nancy, and I was gonna say, and Monique, a lot of great people coming to that one as well. I actually founded a show. I still have like tables at it and whatnot, but I founded the 4-State Comic Con. I don't really, but I mean, I signed that over to the other guys a few years back when I decided to kind of do the movies full time. But unfortunately, but I mean, I don't really do that anymore. There is a documentary on Tubi about how that got started called Small Town Heroes. And I'm actually in that. Actually, the picture of me on the left with the leather jacket on when I was about probably 30 pounds lighter. I was about 30 pounds lighter on that picture. But yeah, that's where that film came from, and it's a fun little documentary about a small town convention and how from the actors to the cosplayers to the promoters, everybody and all the people it takes to run a convention. Because I mean, Beatrice, you've done it. I mean, I know B, you've done a lot of cons, and I mean, it takes an army at some of them to run some of these. I mean, there's a lot of big shows. I also want to ask you a question. What's the biggest con you've done so far?
I honestly haven't done very many big ones. I'm just trying to think. Well, the one I just came from, Queens of Horror.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that looked like a cool show. Yeah,
it was big. In just place. There was like they had hundreds of vendors, but it wasn't a big show in terms of.
Gotcha.
There were I think there were 6 of us guests and stuff like that. Maybe I'm trying to think what is the biggest one. The biggest one that I'm going to be doing all this coming up this year. So and the one that I can actually that I can announce. John knows the ones that I can't announce, but sure will be. Oh no, I can't say that one. The Terracon.
Cool. Yeah, that's a good one. I've heard of that one.
Big, because I mean, I'm just assuming it's a big show because they've got Robert Englund and Heather Langenkamp and Lisa. Right.
Yeah. A lot of great people there. Absolutely. Yeah. I was gonna say. The Fear Fest has done really well. Peter, your agent, was actually at the one last year. We had Mark Patton, Danny Hassel, and Chris Mulkey last year. Unfortunately, I think he had gotten you, but I think we'd already. Hey, one of these years, I'm sure we'll get you down there. I'm sure one of these years we'll get you down there. Because it's a great show. Everybody always has a good time, and it's pretty well attended too. But it's a pretty decent sized show. But yeah, Main Street's going to be a lot of fun. That's going to be great. It's going to be. It's a smaller show, but people around here really seem to take to things like that. So I think it's still going to be a good time regardless.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this year this is kind of the biggest. I think I've got 10 or 11 shows I'm doing this year. But
yeah, that's great.
And I'm getting to go to a lot of places I've never been, which is really awesome. And we are all going to England too, and for the Birmingham Comic Con. So like a huge bunch of Elm Street folk are invited to that one. But yeah, and then John and I. So for me, it's not necessarily the size. I mean, obviously, size. That's how you. No, just kidding. But, no, but John and I went to what was it called, John?
Fantastic.
Orlando, and it was, I think, only their second or third year or something like that. Maybe just their second year, and it's not that well known. And it was a big production. There were quite a lot of us. There weren't that many guests, unfortunately, because the word hadn't gotten out yet. But I got to say, even though it wasn't big in terms of size, in terms of how many people attended and what, it was one of the nicest run shows, and just such a good feeling. It was just run really, really well, and it made all the guests and the attendees and everyone felt like family. It was just a beautiful thing. So
that's awesome. Yeah, that's really good, and that's what we try to do at Fear Fest too. We try to do it with all the shows I work. I mean, it's more than just because a lot of these shows. I mean, I think it's more about the money. I think than the. But I mean, I think a lot of these cons have lost the fact that it's supposed to be fun. Because you go to cons to have fun. It's not. I mean, but everybody takes it so seriously now because they've seen like what kind of money you can make with it now, and it's so. I was gonna say it's so. Well, thank you, Dave. I appreciate y'all having a good time at Raleigh. That's fantastic. We'll see you this year. We can't wait. It's gonna be great. I was gonna say that. Thanks for your support, Dave. We appreciate that. That's gonna be great. That's gonna be. But yeah, we always have a lot of fun down there. But yeah, I mean, because a lot of these shows, it's just all about the money, and I mean, there's so much more than that. I mean, I like to think there's so much more than that. I mean, but that's.
Yeah,
but I mean, I guess. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, you were talking. Keep going.
Oh no, it's all good. I was done. Yeah, I was.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to,
I've had a few people ask me about going to Carolina Fear Fest. I know a few people out that way. I'd love to get there. Maybe next year.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great, John. We'd love to. I mean, like so. We probably get you a press pass and stuff like that. Because I was just saying, yeah, that'd be great. I mean, we'd love to have you. I mean, we'd love to have anybody. I mean, everybody's welcome at our show. And yeah, like I said, I mean, we have we've worked with Peter, her agent. He's a good guy. Like I said, so hopefully, hopefully next year, we'll be bringing him back into the fold again. So like I said, but I mean, but it's gonna be a great show, and I'm glad that people at Raleigh have really in the Raleigh area have taken to it. Another great show down in Virginia is a buddy of mine's show. I kind of help him with it behind the scenes. Haunted Screams Expo. That's in September. It's in like the Virginia Beach, Williamsburg area. And my buddy Dave, he does that show, and he does a pretty good job. It's another kind of haunters con or whatever. But he has some cool guests. I mean, I like the fact that some of these shows are starting to think outside the box now. I mean, it's not the same people every time. Like because I mean, a lot of these shows, it seems like it's the same people every time. And not that there's anything wrong with anybody, but it's just I mean, I would think people would be wanting to meet would be wanting to meet some newer newer guests or whatever. But I mean, that's how I've always looked at it. I mean, that's kind of how you separate yourself as a smaller show. You kind of get the people that it's like, hey, these are people that a lot of people don't see every day.
Exactly. Yeah, and I love shows have events too, like fun little things, with the guests and the fans together, and fun stuff that are just not just meeting and signing autographs.
Right.
I mean, that's a great part because that's where we get to really meet each other, and people get to fulfill their collections and meet the people they want to meet. But some shows you get a little creative and start to do some activities too that you can do with guests. I do hear an echo.
Yeah, it's kind of come back a little bit. I think it's hard. Yeah, like I said, it's like it's kind of cutting in and out. I'm not. I mean, it's just. I mean, I hear John fine. I can hear John fine. But I'm sorry, B. I think I don't know if it's your mic or what. But I mean, yeah, or it could be something with my phone.
I'm getting a nice fine mic. I'm getting a
nice fine mic.
It's called Fine is the name of the brand.
Okay. I thought you said fine.
F-I-F-I-N-E, and I got two of them. I got one that I move around. The other one for $50 came with an arm, and it sounds great. The one I'm using right now is a $30 mic, and the thing looks amazing.
I hear you echo.
You hear me echo.
I wonder if you have, I'm going to close. Do you have any other screens open? It's making us.
I don't. I don't have any.
Somebody's
I
saying
don't have
there
any.
is an echo when you speak.
Yeah, see, that's what I said. Yeah, there's a echo.
I don't hear it as much as everybody else is.
Well, yeah, I hear it. Whatever. Okay. Well, do we want to do our thing now?
The drawing? Yeah, we can do a drawing now.
Okay, is everyone? There is an echo in there when Beatrice talks. Yeah. Oh, but anyway, Peter was saying, yeah, Pamela Voorhees. I know. I'm so looking forward to that. I hope that really comes through. That film. I'm so excited. Because the idea of being able to play Pamela Voorhees after being Freddie Cooper's mom.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's great. You get to play her mom as well. You get to play Jason's mom too. That'd be very cool.
The first to do it. I don't know anybody else who's played both roles.
Right. Yes.
No, definitely not.
Exclusive club right there with Beatrice.
I would think so. Yeah, but that makes me want to now be everybody's mom. So I got to find a way of being Poppy's mom and Michael Myers.
Well, that's just how you are, though. You have that instinct that you're like the mother.
Goodbye, baby. Okay. All right. So, folks in the room, we are ready. Antonia, we got your address. What if she does win? Oh my goodness, you'll seem really set up. Okay. I go like this. I say present. I share my screen. And go to there we go.
What? Oh,
the lovely wheel.
Is that large enough? Can everyone see?
Yeah, you can. You can pull us out and do it this way if you want to make it so they get to see the whole screen. That might be easy.
There we go. Yeah, I was gonna say I can see it a little better now.
Yeah, I think that way is better. Okay, so it's for. Well, you can see it in the middle, the little.
Let's see.
And what
that didn't work.
Oh, John.
I tried. I made a custom one that I was hoping it'd be on the bottom left, our faces, but it's all right.
Okay. John, are we going to eliminate or just pick one? How do we do it?
Well, let's see. We're giving away one prize. I say we always pick the number 5 since Nightmare on Elm Street 5. The fifth name is the winner.
There we go.
Okay. All right. Well, then.
And it is May too, so 5.
5, yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna take away the pop-up message will be you are. Okay, here we go. So our first spin. So the first 5 names will be eliminated. What's that? Oh.
Sherry Blake.
Sorry, Sherry Blake, you are out.
Oh, Jeff, what Beatrice posted usually she does. This was her big surprise giveaway. She didn't even let me know she was doing a giveaway. She went all out to do it. But on Beatrice's Facebook page, she'll post something and you like, what was it? We love Mama Kruger.
Today was We Love Amanda Kruger. Yeah.
Yeah. And so you put it in the comments. So you go ahead and tell them.
Lois Grubb, your name is there. I see you, Lois Grubb. You're right. Lois Grubb, you're right near the thing. It says I don't see my name. Antonia is on the wheel. Yes, you are. Hold on. Why are people not seeing it?
I can see people's names on there. Yeah.
I see people's name on there. Is Tony's on there? I don't know if I see Antonia.
Yeah, I don't know if I see Antonia. Let's see.
No, I don't see her on there. You got eliminated without even getting eliminated, Tony.
That sounds like my luck.
You fell off the wheel, Tony.
That sounds like my luck, getting eliminated before it even starts.
No, our next elimination is Lois, you shouldn't have.
Lois jinxed herself.
Louis or Lois?
Yourself by saying your name wasn't on the list. It was. Sorry. Oops, I keep clicking on the wrong screen. Okay. Our third elimination is
Third Penny. Round and round we go.
Aaron Wahowski.
Aaron.
And you are eliminated. We are sorry. Better luck next time.
Number 4.
Tony's saying her name's not on there, so we might have to. I don't know if you can add it on there for the final spin.
Oh, Colton. Sorry, Colton. Well, at least your name got picked, but
Yeah, but not the
One
yeah,
too
just
soon.
one too soon. Yeah, day late and a dollar short.
Okay, hold on. Antonia. Antonia,
Oh.
Oh, put Jeff's name. Put Jeff's name on there too.
We'll throw in Jeff.
Do
Yeah,
that.
throw Jeff Nodowitz on there too. I mean, he was asking about it.
Rob Bouchamp didn't see his, so throw him on there. We're gonna give everybody a chance here.
Who else?
We appreciate everybody being here.
Absolutely, has to make sure everybody
Rob
gets a show.
Bouchamp. Bouchamp. I'm hoping I'm saying it right.
Because
Because I think a lot of people missed your post because I even had you do it twice.
Yeah, I didn't see your post. I didn't see it either. I didn't, of course, of course, it's hard for me to see anything on my feed.
Okay. Anyone else? Going.
Gone.
Okay, we put their names on, and I have to change after the spin. It will now say
Winner, chicken dinner.
chicken dinner. Sorry, hold on. It says, okay. All right. Are we ready?
We
Drum roll, please.
Holly Dove. Let me see. No, we got to put Holly on it too. All right, we don't normally do this. You were supposed to go on my page beforehand, but you are here. So
I think because we had so many problems on Facebook, that's why we're doing it. I just don't think people were seeing it because
Facebook is a problem. It is.
Yes, it is.
It's always
really
a problem.
It really is.
Jack was asking no types of death at this time. I know we're getting lazy, right? We used to. So Matt, you haven't seen our show, but usually when we eliminate the people, for each person that gets eliminated, we come up with how they're killed.
Nice.
We have horror deaths for everybody that's there.
That's awesome.
Ricky Spanish. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'll definitely tune in from now on.
Okay, hold on. Here we go. That's the last death. That's it.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I was gonna say we had people all night.
You're right. That's it.
Go. Drum roll, please.
Kavanaugh.
You won. Yay.
Now is she here?
She has to be here. Hi,
Hail
Susan.
Caesar.
Just joined. Susan Kavanaugh, you need to be watching. So if you're one of the Facebook users, I need to see you text. Otherwise, we're going to do it
Otherwise,
again.
we're going to spin again.
Yeah. So Susan Kavanaugh.
Now or forever hold your peace.
Yeah. Text us saying, I'm here. This is me if you're a Facebook user. Susan Kavanaugh going once. Going twice. With my echo. Susan Kavanaugh going 3 times. And we're sorry.
Oh, she is here. Jack said she is here.
Where is she?
But
where?
Jack.
Where are you, Susan? Call her, Jack. Get her in here. We'll give her 3 minutes, and then we'll spin the wheel. I think that's fair.
No, I guess Facebook user B. I got the horse backing writing. I'm here.
Oh, okay. Oh, and Facebook comments. Oh, okay.
All right.
Oh,
well,
okay. All right, Susan. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Susan Kavanaugh. And I will.
Yay.
You can message me or Beatrice if you friends. I'm guessing she's probably friends with you, so you can message Beatrice directly. If you have any troubles getting a hold of her, you can get a hold of me, and we'll make sure Beatrice gets that out to you.
Yeah, I think I have. I might have Susan's.
Oh, so she's one of your friends, so you'll be able to take care of all that and makes my job easy.
So
yeah.
That's cool.
That is nice.
Poster, and I will be signing it for you, this picture. And
that's cool.
pen is a glow in the dark with me and my baby, my beautiful baby Freddie, and me with my skeleton from the church.
That's awesome. That is a cool prize.
Very much so.
Yeah, so
that's a cool
I wish I was eligible.
I know. I keep trying to get
I was eligible.
And Beatrice is like, no, because it's always a cool prize. We've given away some good ones. We've done some VHS boxes. Quite a few of them.
show. So
Beatrice, you might know this not on my shirt. Do you know this person? Was she in your congregation?
oh my goodness, yes, my dear sister. She was
Yeah.
also kind of a mess, very bloody.
Yeah, she her. I mean, she kind of got into some stuff, I guess, and just it didn't end well for her.
Amanda tried bringing her into the light, but she was so busy with Freddie trying to save him that, you know.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, sometimes kids are needy, and you gotta, you gotta prioritize. I mean, it is what it is.
That's cool.
Nice, I like that.
But anyway, this is
like
like
that show.
horror. So I got to be the queens of horror. I also was at a show called the heroines of horror. It's fun. That's fun. All right. Horseback riding in Gettysburg.
Oh,
what's that?
Susan.
Oh, yeah. I remember you posted pictures of that. That looked like a lot of fun. That was about a year ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a creature feature. That was a show right by. It was a show close by here. Yeah, actually know Craig. We like I said, actually know Craig pretty well. Yeah, that's a good little show he's got over there.
There you go. Okay.
There's a bunch of them. That's the reason I love traveling too, to check out all the different shows.
Yeah.
I love Scarefest. I did that last year. Crypticon's been really good to me.
I've heard Crypticon's a good show. I've heard good things about Crypticon. I've never been out that far, but I've been to Chiller. I've been to Monster Mania. I've been to Mad Monster Party, Steel City. Those are all the big ones in this area.
Yeah.
Those are all the big ones out this way. But yeah, they're all good people.
Yeah, those are great ones.
Poor Jack. Yeah. All right, well, right now, for those of you, it seems like a lot of people signed on now, which is because we got like 127 watching them on here. And I know our
look at us. We're costing jobs now. Like it's more important. Our show is more important than somebody's job. Now
I agree.
For anyone in the middle of the country in the West Coast, it's early. I apologize, but here,
it's only like 5. It's only like 5 o'clock out there. Yeah, I was gonna say it's only like 5 o'clock out in California or whatever. Yeah,
I'm an old lady. I need my beauty rest. But John, maybe. Oh, actually, it's hard for you too to do it later, right? This was the time that really worked for us.
Yeah.
I think. But anyway, but those of you who came on, you missed my jokes. Which was so amazing.
You did. And they were good ones tonight. They were doozies. And Matt pulled one out of the bag too. So.
I did too. I was gonna say you missed my joke as well, and it was almost on par with B. Is almost on par.
Well, that's saying a lot though. B is the queen of it. So
there you go. Jobs come and go. Winning greatness only happens every now and then.
I concur. I mean, what do you say to that? That's a very true statement.
Some really cool stuff, like as far as merchandise coming, like not just the VHS boxes. Mike's doing some of these black light boxes. Just a lot of cool stuff that's coming. So there's gonna be more giveaways and stuff, Jack. We're gonna do some cool stuff. We got plans.
Is James Rose.
Oh, you're part 5. Yes.
I don't know if he's on. He was going to be on. I don't know if he's one of these Facebook users. James,
he might be there in the background. Yeah, that's a beautiful.
That is sick.
This is a Nightmare 5 Club, and he did some extra fun thing. Look at this. I love this.
That is so detailed, so well detailed. That's great.
That was his first part 5, I believe, too.
I bet.
But he does amazing. I've gotten his part 4, part 3s. He's making me a couple 5s. I got a bunch of them that we're gonna plan on having because I'm doing 6 conventions this year. So I'm gonna have Freddy's, Leatherface's, Michael Myers, you name it, we got it all. But the gloves I'm excited to have on the table by him.
Well, maybe if me and my friends put together a Leatherface prequel and he needs a mom, we know who to contact. We know who's going to play his mom or whatever. Yeah.
Yes. Well, if she could do the trifecta.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, now I almost have to. It's like I almost have to do it now. I got to have her and Brett in the freaking movie now.
Exactly.
Yeah, I got to do that.
Brett together. I think they'd have great chemistry.
Yeah, I was gonna say he could be the dad, she could be the mom. He could be the dad.
I've told them,
or he could even be grandpa. Sorry, Brett. He could even be grandpa. Sorry, Brett. But
I could
Yeah.
see him having great chemistry on screen. I'd love
Yeah,
to
I
see
agree.
him in a movie
I
sometime.
concur. Yeah, Brett's actually doing a monologue for the opening of another movie I'm working on called The Only Ones. I didn't bring that up earlier, unfortunately, but yeah, The Only Ones is going to be. It's a great movie. It's got Nancy Ann Ritter in it. It's got it's got a lot of great a lot of great. But yeah, Brett is doing the opening monologue of that movie, basically kind of in the same style. I don't mean to give too much away here, but I mean it's kind of in the same style as the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah. And what better person to have narrate it?
That's what I said. Yeah, we were very great. We were very well. So I said, I mean, Brett's a great guy, and we look forward to seeing more of him and B, of course, in the future.
I'm so happy for Brett and Beatrice. Both of them have just been killing it lately between conventions and indie movies. And I'm so blessed to have both of them as my co-host.
I'm so blessed to have both of them as my friends. Like seriously, they're just it's great to actually. People. Yeah, so some nobody from a small town of West Virginia, that says a lot. That says a lot.
Yeah, I mean,
Matt, what was the film we were talking about a year ago? Where did you have something with Krampus? Was that you?
Yes, that was me, and we're gonna do that eventually. It kind of got put on the back burner for a moment, but I actually we're working on that actually. Yes, yeah, that's gonna happen. But it's just I don't want to give too much away on it, but maybe yeah, but it's gonna hopefully get hopefully get off the ground maybe the end of this year.
Okay.
Well, sounds like you got your hands full with a lot of stuff and things, and I appreciate and respect that.
Well, it keeps the depression away.
Yeah. Well, you don't have time to be depressed.
Yeah, exactly. If you don't have time for it, you don't think about it. That's how it works.
I know. I think all of us who go to shows or we're in shows and stuff. There's always a letdown when you finish. It's kind of like because you feel like a carnival, like a family. We all come together and then we're packing away.
Yeah, it's all. Yeah, I always get depressed on Sunday night. On Sunday or sad, or depending on how many days the show is or whatever. I get sad because because you're not going to see it again for another year. It's I get it. I always have almost like a mini panic attack at the end of every convention. It's really strange. But
the end of the convention, the same at the end of a film. The film wraps. If you've been working on it for a while, you miss. It's
right. And then once the premiere hits, it's over. Once the premiere or it gets on streaming or now a lot of times. We have premieres here because we have a really great theater here that's an independent theater that lets us do them. But a lot of times it just gets thrown up on streaming and then boom, that's it. That's it. It's kind of sad.
Okay, so Matt, you want to answer that?
Go find a writer. I know a few. Yeah, go find yourself a writer. They exist. There's a lot of them. Most of them will work for little or nothing. Especially if they share your idea, they think it's a good idea. They'll help you with it or whatever. Just be careful, obviously, because there are some con artists in the world as well, as we've all seen as well. I'm sure. There's a lot of people who are just in it for themselves, unfortunately. So, but it's just find yourself a writer, Jack, and hopefully we'll see it on the screen sometime. Huh?
Exactly. That's what I'm doing with mine. I just don't have the time to write and do everything else and work 24/7 at the actual job.
Right. Yeah, the actual job. As I said, yeah, trust me, it gets hard. It gets hard sometimes.
But I got a writer. We'll sit there and I'll tell him the thoughts, and we got something pretty cool. I'm excited. I really want to get it out by 2024. It's a really, really good script.
Cool.
John.
Yes, I know. We got to do yours too. Like I think 2024, we got to roll out a few things because Beatrice does have something that I really like. She's like, I wanted to, I didn't expect that she called me up. I won't say nothing about it, so you don't have to worry about. But she was telling me about this movie. She had an idea for him. You're like, that's brilliant. That is
great.
Is really, really good.
Well, yeah,
it wouldn't be a high. I could see it being a budget-friendly shoot and still being able to film it effectively and
right. That's what I said. Well, that's the thing. You got to film within your means. That's the thing. You can't. You can't make the Alien movies if you don't have million. You got to film within your means and figure out what works for you and go with it. That's kind of. The good part is you can get a 4K camera now for $200. You know what I mean? It's easier than with the editing software. It's all easier than ever. To do this. And it's great to see so many people doing it.
Yeah.
So
I know Brett's got some ideas too of scripts. So hopefully by next year we're rolling out a few projects, and that's what makes even the podcast great for me and Brett and Beatrice, because it also, if we do these crowdfunding, you know, and also get sponsors and investors, it's just a good way to keep in touch with everybody, see what you're doing, and be able to promote these projects, promote everybody else's projects too. So yeah, it's good to have this platform for sure.
You know, we all know that. I mean, obviously the Terrifier success has really gotten everyone on fire. You know,
Terrifier, and that Winnie the Pooh movie too. You know, doing as well as it did for, you know, with the meager budget. Well, I mean, not a meager budget. I wish I had $250,000, but I wish I had that kind of money. But I mean, but still, though, a more meager budget, you know, can actually. I mean, well, Terrifier was $250. I believe that Winnie the Pooh was like under $100,000, and it made it had a small theatrical run. I mean, you know, so I mean, it shows that horror has really kind of almost made a comeback in the mainstream, especially in theaters, because I mean, it seems like horror movies, people are the ones that want to see movies in theaters. I mean, so I think hopefully theaters see that, and they see that that's yeah. It seems like there's more horror movies in theaters than I can remember in recent memory. I mean, there's been a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, and then the old horror queen, the scream queens like Jamie Lee Curtis, you know, getting an Oscar. It's into the light, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
It still blows me away. They did it on a $250,000 budget, which was incredible to do what they did with the film. Damien Leone, obviously, as good at the SFX as a writer, and I mean,
he's got a lot of great ideas. He's got a lot of great ideas for sure.
But good Lord, $250,000 is impressive right there to get the movie they got done.
Can somebody get Michael McGlynn out of here, please? Can somebody get Michael McGlynn out of here? Nobody wants Michael McGlynn in here. Somebody just get his ass out of here.
Oh my God.
That fucking guy, I swear to God, he's everywhere. And he's more places than me, I think, sometimes.
That dude's everywhere, you know. What's under this rock? Oh, it's Michael.
That's Michael McGlynn. Look at that. Look at that. Wow.
See something looking over behind those trees back there. It's McGlynn.
McGlynn, get the fuck out of there. Now, Michael is seriously a wonderful guy, a great friend of the indie film community. I mean, we're busting on him a little bit, but he's a great guy. I mean, we can't say nothing bad about Michael. He's a wonderful human being. B, you'll probably meet him at Main Street as well, actually. So I mean, he's part of the Slasher 15 family, and he's just a wonderful. He's in Rosie too, actually. He plays Avery in Rosie. So yeah, it's pretty incestuous around here, but we like our people. So I mean, we have good people, and we like using them. So,
which did you like, B? Did you want to switch it up like that, or
I was gonna say he's experimenting
around. But what I was gonna say is the fact that they were able to get it in the movie theater, as long as you know, and then not only get it in the movie theater, because that movie, I don't think there's ever been anything that bloody to be mainstream in the movie theaters in a sense. And then
maybe Evil Dead. I mean, Evil Dead comes kind of close, but I mean, Evil Dead comes close, I guess. But I mean, it's pretty bloody, yeah. The Shining, of course, had that crazy scene. Of course, that was back in
bloody, but I don't think it's even in the same spectrum of the gore and I mean, that one scene was pretty intense in the bed. That girl, I mean, that was about
that was long. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that at all, because I saw it in the theater myself. Actually, I was like, man, because I go see all the low budget horror movies in theaters because I like to support other filmmakers. I like to support, because hopefully one day if one of mine ever makes it to a run, I'd like to think that they'd hopefully support me. You know what I mean? That's the way I look at it.
To have Steve Barton on the show, which was great, and when I learned all that stuff, he was a lot of fun to talk to, great guy. And I had Mike Levy on, the Fuzz on the Lens guys.
Oh yeah, I know Mike.
Great guy. They're a lot of fun to talk to. And I talked to Mike before Terrifier 2 was coming out, and it was really interesting to hear a lot of the stuff that they're doing. Fuzz on the Lens, the Terrifier guys, Steve Barton, they're doing some amazing things in horror. And like Beatrice said, they really kicked the door down for indie to
right. I mean, as I said, it's been. I mean, like I said, it's really driven a lot of people to do these things. And I mean, like I said, we're blessed around here to have we have a good, we have a great, we have a couple theaters around here that love screening our local films. I mean, the people come out and support too. We get like 100+ people every time, which I mean, for just a movie screening, that's pretty good. I mean, 100+ people is pretty good for just a one-off screening or whatever of a local film that some guy made or whatever.
I don't think our local theater gets 100 people. people all weekend.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yes, I mean, so it's just, I mean, well, I guess they see, hey, if we want to continue, we want to continue to be a theater, we need to get in here what makes money, and that's the whole thing. I mean,
Yeah, and now a movie as graphic as Terrifier 2.
Yeah.
There's no way to say it's too graphic now. I mean, they pretty much got it.
Yeah, that's a new bar. It's a new bar for sure. Because I mean, even the new Evil Dead movie didn't even top it. I don't think. I mean, it's pretty bloody too.
That was a good movie. That was a good.
It wasn't bad. But I mean, I'm old school. Now I know I'm going to sound like such a snob when I say this, and just I mean, but if it's not Bruce Campbell, it's not Evil Dead.
I was the same way. Like
I'm sorry. Now there's a zombie movie. Yeah, I'm sorry. Evil Dead was Bruce Campbell. I'm sorry. I know that's stuck up. I know that's probably
honestly it reminded me more of Smile than it did of Evil Dead. I could have bought
a little. I was gonna say Smile wasn't a bad little movie. Actually, I like that. I mean, of course, It Follows. It was like a higher budget version of It Follows, basically.
Yeah. Well,
but
everything's inspired by something.
Everything's inspired by something. Exactly. That's what I said. I mean, it's hard to find a truly original idea these days. That's for sure. I mean, it's definitely. I mean, it's just any kind of art form, really.
Oh, I've got a few very creative new ones, but anyway, you just got to think outside the box. But David Horton, you guys wait till you see the Dead Place that I just filmed in. You get.
Right, yeah, that's right. She just worked with David Howard Thornton on that movie, The Dead Place. I'm looking forward to that.
Michael Pickle.
So you get to really, see his stuff. It's I think it's going to be really, really, really good. I know for a fact that obviously having David Howard Thornton in it helped Michael Pickle, who's the director and writer, to get funding pretty easily. Well, not easily, but he had to work really hard.
But yeah, but it didn't hurt. It certainly didn't hurt. It certainly didn't hurt the problem.
Who else did he have? He had Bill Oberst Jr. in it also.
Oh yeah, Papa Corn. Yeah, he another great, super underrated movie. Circus of the Dead is super underrated. But I mean, because it came out about the same time. Terrifier kind of took off with it or whatever. I mean, but Circus of the Dead is a fantastic. I mean, if anybody who likes Terrifier hasn't seen Circus of the Dead, you need to see Circus of the Dead. It's fantastic.
Right. Well, hopefully we're gonna. I asked Mike Pickle and David Thornton, and then also this young actor Idris Villu, who is the star, who's the kid starring in the movie, The Dead Place, and hopefully it'll come out early next year or maybe even late this year. I'm not sure. They just premiered their trailer at the Rocky Mountain Horror.
Rocky Mountain Nightmares.
Rocky Mountain Nightmares. That's this weekend, I believe, isn't it?
Or last weekend.
It was last weekend. I was gonna say, yeah. I saw. I help admin the horror conventions and event group on Facebook, so I see all the different. I see all the shows, which is really great. I'm glad to see. I love seeing all the shows. I love seeing where people are going to be. I mean, it's exciting to me to see that.
So yeah, and they premiered this the trailer there. It's coming along, and like I said, the young actor that stars in it, he's going places. Idris,
that's awesome.
Value. I'm not sure if I'm saying the name. Oh, and then we have our third co-star here.
Oh, I missed him.
Rolly.
Was he mad at you when you finally got home?
He was.
He's still mad. I can tell.
Look at the kitty. Yeah. Look at the kitty.
Anyway,
I love the colors on that one.
I do. He's a really neat looking cat. He's different. He's unique.
He's a cool rescue. I would foster dogs for a rescue group until they would find homes. And I didn't think I could have a cat. I thought I was allergic to cats, but this cat was a dog. And I'm not allergic to him. He's amazing.
Awesome. He's a pretty kitty.
He's like 16 years old. No, 14.
Wow.
No, he's 14. My dog was. But all right.
He does yoga with her, so that's why he stays so healthy.
Okay, that's why he's so young at heart. Yeah. Namaste.
Catty yoga.
Let's plug Main Street.
I'm sorry, Bea, you're breaking up again. I can't hardly hear you.
Oh well, I'm saying it's it's 9 o'clock, but I wanted to make sure that we plug the Main Street Comic Con or Main Street.
Yeah, Main Street Comic Con in Wayne. It's in Waynesboro, Pennsylvania, right near Gettysburg. It's not far from the Gettysburg, PA area. Yeah, it'll be June 23rd, 24th at the American Legion Hall. We got 2 floors with 3 rooms. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a great show. We got Bea, we got Nancy Ann Ritter. We got both Scream Bathroom Girls. We got we got Bea, we got Michael Koski and Gregory French from Guardians of the Galaxy and The Walking Dead. And just a lot of great guests or whatever. I'll post the link to the event, like maybe on the comment section or whatever. We'll make sure we get some posts out about that. But yeah, no, it's gonna be a great it's gonna be a great show.
So come on out and see us, and I'll have my book for sale.
Yay!
So if you haven't gotten it yet, The Cooker's Curse, whole background story. There's so many publishers asking to publish it now, and abroad too. And then also they want to do an audio book of it, but we'll see.
That's awesome.
It really is a good book if you haven't had a chance to read it.
I haven't read. I was going to get one from her at the show. Actually, when I say I'll get one from her at the show.
I always tell everybody. I've probably told this story a million times. I was so scared to read it because I was afraid it would stink. And I'm, being friends with Beatrice, it was like, if I read it and it's not good, I don't like to lie to her. What am I going to say? But it really was that good. If you're a Nightmare on Elm Street fan, it's a must-read story. She ties it all in really well. I was real proud.
That's awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to read it. Yeah, I can't wait. Like I said, but yeah, I'll definitely get one on Main Street. I'll have make sure you bring one. You'll definitely have sold one. You'll definitely have sold one.
Oh, you won't be disappointed. Very good. It's very, very good.
Does anyone have a last question for Matt, our wonderful guest? Oh, you got the first one, Jack. Yeah, I'm waiting for the hardcover. But does anyone have questions for our man of all trades?
Anybody going to Carolina Fear Fest? Let us know who you're excited to see.
Absolutely, yeah.
Also, tell us a little bit about Little Red Rosie. We haven't had a chance. I know Beatrice, everybody's in it.
Yeah, everybody's in it. Everybody's in it. But yeah, it's an interesting take on a killer doll movie. It's not your typical Chucky or Annabelle. I mean, it's actually got a lot of characters in the story. I mean, I know Beatrice. I sent you the whole script, right? That's how I'm sure you read it. But yeah, it's very dark. It's very real life horror. More so than fantasy horror, for lack of a better word. I mean, it's the people that are in this family are not good people. They are just low down trash, basically. And it's going to be interesting to see what people think of this, because there's a lot of really bad undertones, especially with the one character. It's Beatrice, you know who I'm talking about. The grandfather character has a lot of demons, if you will. I mean, he is very dark, and it's played by my friend Jesse L. Green. Jesse's been in a lot of movies. He was in a lot of indie stuff. He was in Bloody Summer Camp. He was in a lot of I don't know if you guys are familiar with Fuzzy Monkey films. He was in some of those films with Brad Twigg. He's been in a ton of indie horror stuff or whatever. Jesse's one of my oldest friends, one of my first friends I made out on the scene here, and I think he's gonna play this role really well. And I mean, it's just, when you watch this movie, you're almost, it's almost like the doll isn't even the worst thing in this. It's
you want to run to the doll for safety.
Yeah, you just gotta see it. But again, it's not your typical doll movie. It's not. It's not running around like Chucky cussing at people and stuff like that. It's definitely a different take on it. It's definitely a different.
I was impressed with the script. I like the dialogue and everything. It was really nice. Good job.
Well, thank you so much. Well, I thank Todd Martin. He did a lot of it. Todd's a great writer. He's out of Kentucky, I believe, and he's done a lot of, he wrote Head on the Writers Block. Me and him have been collaborating on a lot of things, and he's just a wonderful writer and a great guy too. So, I'm blessed to have, somebody like that, to have a great writer. Cause a lot of times these movies, especially the indie ones, the no budget ones, kind of suffer in the writing. I hate to say, a lot of the times the writing is a little weak, or when you're working on no budget, it's hard enough as it is. It's hard to, do. Yeah. Michael McGlynn is such a nice guy, and Rosie, he really is. He's just a just wonderful, American citizen. And he is just, oh my God, he's pretty bad in it too. I'm not gonna lie. There's not really any good people in this.
So you just you're hoping for an apocalypse in that core group of characters, huh?
I'll let you make that decision. But it's not yet.
They make the Sawyers look like a great Christian.
Yeah, make the Sawyers look like the Brady's. Look like the Brady bunch. Like the Brady bunch almost.
Run to that farmhouse over there. Looks
yeah, they might chop you up, but at least they might chop you up. At least they're not them. At least they're not them. Like, yeah. So, but
yeah, man, I'd love to check out Carolina Fear Fest at some
hopefully
point.
We'll have you next year, John. Hopefully we'll have both of you. I mean, who knows? Hopefully we'll have both of you next year. Hopefully we'll have both of you next year. That'd be great. I mean, we'll see what happens or whatever. But I mean, yeah, it's definitely going to be. I mean, ticket sales so far on the pre-sales are up from previous years, so that's always good. It's always good to see that. So hopefully we're going to have a really good show this year.
I think you will. A lot of people have been talking about it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, I hope so. I hope so. I hope everybody comes out. Hope everybody has a wonderful time, and hope everybody comes back. that's what you want. You want to make sure you keep bringing them back. So and I'm glad to see even people on here are talking about it, which is fantastic. Thank you. Thank you to everybody. To support all the endeavors that we do, because it's a lot of hard work, a lot of thankless work, some of it, and it's wonderful to see that we're getting through to somebody and making their weekend. So thank you, seriously.
Yeah. Two of the most frequent conventions I get asked about that I haven't done is Carolina Fear Fest and Texas Frightmare. Those are the two that.
And it's funny, we're both the same weekend too. You know that, right?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm not going to either one of them.
Yeah, I know. We're both the same weekend. It's like, oh man. I mean, now granted, Frightmare's 1,500 miles away. It doesn't affect our turnout really, but the guest booking kind of a thing.
Because it gets done.
I mean, not that I was saying anything. That show is amazing. It's it's like the biggest show in America. I want to say one of them. I know it's probably at least in the top 5. It's huge. I know, so good for that. I mean, great job that they've done with that show. Fantastic. But yeah, it sucks being on the same weekend as I was like, it's a little frustrating sometimes when it comes to booking guests.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I also, before we close up, I just wanted to say, because I know probably a lot of people are curious. So I just did the weekend with the show I did was with Mark Patton.
Mark Patton, yeah, we had him last year. At Fear Fest.
Yeah. And so, a lot of people haven't really heard a lot of follow-up, because he was very sick for a while. And I want to thank everyone who contributed in whatever way they could. We all kind of pulled together and tried to help him out, because he was in a bad situation financially, health-wise. He was pretty close to dead at one point. It was really tough.
I remember, he was doing really rough there for a while. I shared that link, I remember, a bunch of times for his fundraiser or whatever. Absolutely.
He's a fighter. He's out there. He was looking really good. He's going to take it a little easier from now on. He's going to pace himself. But he's doing good. He's back and strong, and he's going to be at a number of shows this year. He's going to he's in numerous films. So Mark is very well. He says it's love and thanks to everybody. And he's going to be on our show coming up soon, but that one won't be live, unfortunately, but we will. So before we take with Mark, we'll have you guys. Anyone who has questions for him, you can send them to me, and then we'll try to address those. That
we'll
won't
make
be
sure we post Carolina Fear Fest and Doomsday's Crypt, and you're welcome to post anytime, anything horror too, Matt. So
absolutely, yeah, I like posting in your group, and usually the posts get a lot of feedback, so that's awesome.
Yeah, you've been great, man. I was telling Beatrice, I'm like, yeah, Matt's awesome. It's an honor that he's active in the group and seems to really enjoy it, and I appreciate it.
It gives me something to do.
There you go. I don't really like it, but it gives me something to do.
It's all. Hey, Todd's here. Hey, Todd, how you doing, buddy? I see you and McGlynn. I see we got some. I guess some of my friends finally tuned in. They finally woke up, I guess. Woke up and tuned in, I guess.
You're probably doing shots for Slash and her, so they.
Oh yeah. I was gonna probably taking her clothes. Mike's putting his dress on like usual, like he likes to do.
Well, El Mike or whatever. Raise that money. You don't care.
Hey, you know what? I wish I was that shameless. I really do. I wish I was that
He's
shameless.
hilarious, man.
He's a
the
trip.
talented guy. All the joking aside, he's a talented guy. I enjoy watching his films, and he's always kind of goofy, funny. The guy's incredibly talented. So,
hey, wait till you see him in Rosie. He's not. He's not in Rosie at all. I hear that's a spoiler for him.
I could see him have. Well, if you could be funny, you could do anything.
You could be, if you go from one to the spectrum, you go to the other end. It's like, you can do like Psycho pretty good too. So
yeah, Mike's a great. I got nothing but tons of love and respect for Mike. I mean, that's the reason I became an associate producer and slasher nurse, because I'm a big fan of Mike, and he's always been a great part of Doomsday's Crypt supporter.
I like how formal they were with me. They actually used my full name. He's Matthew. But I was like, Dave, really? When have I ever been called Matthew? That was kind of funny.
Okay, well, I know I have to go. It's quarter after.
I was gonna say, wow, we've been on here for a while. We've been on for over an hour. That's crazy.
It's been wonderful having you on, Matt. And I'm
That's wonderful. Wonderful seeing you guys. I mean, it's great to finally see y'all face to face. I mean, I wish we could do more of this. I mean, because it's I always kind of feel it's kind of impersonal, texting all the time. But I mean, it is convenient. I'll give it that. It's very convenient. But I'll be talking to you soon, B, about Main Street. I know we got some things to work out there, but I mean, we'll figure it all out, I'm sure.
Figure it all out, and again, congratulations to Susan Kavanaugh for winning the.
Absolutely.
And remember, as those of you who didn't know, so our show is usually every Wednesday.
That's awesome, sure.
And if we do,
I'm stretching my arms. Sorry, I don't have a stick. I'm actually using my arms.
But yeah, and usually on my page, I'll post the night before or the day of what we're to post on my site. Win our prizes. What else? John, do you have anything?
I was going to say thank you again, Matt, for coming on.
Thank you guys. This was fantastic. I enjoyed this very much. Thank you guys for having me. It's awesome to be here, and hopefully we'll see. Like I said, hopefully we'll see Beatrice at Main Street. Hopefully I'll see you both. We'll see you both at Fear Fest maybe next year. Hopefully we'll see.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll get you back on a show. I'll get you on with Brett. Maybe all four of us will do one together and have the Bea and Brett together and you on, and we can talk some Carolina Fear Fest and some movies.
Maybe we can do like a post show or something like that, like see how everything went or whatever. That'd be great.
Yeah, we can do something like that.
Thanks for watching.
All right.
It's great seeing you all. Till next time. Bye.
See ya.